time to restart the NFL for like the 17th time on the channel. Time for our annual fantasy draft that we do every new Madden. Here on Madden 21, we're going to restart the NFL simply by using a fantasy draft in Madden 21 franchise mode. Intros are overrated, it is going to be short, subscribe and all that jazz because we're trying to hit 1 million subscribers by the end of this year to make my life a little bit better because things have been stinky lately. So if you could subscribe, that would be good. With that said, let's hopefully not have an absolute stinker. We're going to draft the team with Mr. Bubbles at the helm with the goal of winning the Super Bowl in this first season. The same exact challenge that we normally do on the channel. If we do not win at least, let's go 9 games with the fantasy draft or win the Super Bowl somehow. If we make the playoffs without actually winning 9 games, I'll have to give away a copy of Madden 21 to one of you guys in the comment section below. Just comment something random, like say something about my nipples being cute or something. I have no idea. It doesn't matter what you comment. I'll give a copy away to a random person in the comments if we do not reach today's goal. Time to start my fantasy draft and restart the NFL with a click of the 8 button on the Xbox One controller. I hope we get a decent pick. Like, I think we need to get a QB. Like, a lot of these teams, oh my god, we get the 27th pick. Oh, that's a huge stinker. That's an awful start. So, we're going to pause the draft. I don't want to be on a timer. But keep in mind, I'm building this team with the aim of winning the Super Bowl in year number 1, as that is the challenge. So, might get a lot of older players. It just depends on, like, what actually is available at the time. Also, if we can get some younger players that can progress this first season, that would be solid. But I think the first thing we've got to do, like Russell Wilson is available. Dog, of course I got to get Russell Wilson. Are you kidding me? Let's get ourselves Russell freaking Wilson. Let's goddamn go. Now our starting QB in Tennessee. That's solid. That's not too shabby. So all the way now in round number 2, do I just go ahead and try to make myself get a good offense? Dog, where was Bobby Wagner 2 seconds ago? Did he not like just pop up? Do I get him? I got to. Like, it's not going to be like this every time, where I draft the highest overall player, but, like, why not go talent with my first 2 picks? Get our quarterback of the offense, like, literally, and the quarterback of the defense, and our middle linebacker, and Bobby Wagner. 2 Seattle Seahawks in real life, now Tennessee Titans, once the NFL has been restarted. Don't mind if I do. I think a solid pick right here. Says we reached, but screw you, Madden. Like, what do you know? Your game's broken anyway. Like, 60 picks later, Tom Brady just now went. Do we go ahead and add somebody on the offense that he can throw to? Do we go ahead and give Russell Wilson a solid receiver? Julio Jones is available, and he's like the last, like, top tier receiver available. Like, Adam Thielen, these guys are solid. But, dog, if we can give Russell Wilson Julio Jones to throw to, why the heck not? Dog, we have Russell Wilson, Bobby Wagner, and Julio Jones. That is amazing, in my opinion. We might go ahead and get ourselves a running back, too, just to make sure we have 6 skill positions on our team. Jeff Okudah just went. Like, is there any running back, like, worth picking? Aaron Jones. Oh, that's a tricky one. Like, he's the last 90 available. That's tricky. I mean, he's a solid running back catching the football. Like, I mean, Russell Wilson's current teammate in real life, Chris Carson, is still available. But I just love Aaron Jones and his versatility. He's one of my favorite players in the league. I drafted him almost every single one of my fantasy leagues because he's just so viable at running the football and catching the football. Why not? Aaron Jones, let's get ourselves... I mean, he's young, too. Why is he still available? That's a solid pick for me. We got to start focusing a little bit, though, on defense. I want to get a few consecutive defensive picks here and hopefully get somebody. We need a cornerback. I have a bad feeling, like, the corners are not going to be there, like, good corners. There's an 85. Oh, this is stinky. We might as well not even get corner. We might as well go somewhere else because this is so stinky. 85, Jason McCourty. If we're going to get somebody that's kind of older, why not get his brother? He's 92 rated. Kareem Jackson, linebacker Demario Davis. We have Kyle Van Noy. D-line, we have Snacks. Oh, his defense is stinky. I mean, we might as well go ahead and get... Like, I know he's a really old player, and I don't want to continue drafting old guys, although nobody's really drafted is old. He's, like, obviously the oldest player we've drafted. He's a 92, though. Like, he's the only 90 that I've seen that's left on defense. Why not get, you know, a quarterback of the secondary? That's like our 6th Superstar X Factor. I wonder if Superstar X Factors actually help out in simulation. I guess today we shall see. Now, Braden Smith in 82 is going. We need to get somebody in the O-line too. Do we go ahead and grab ourselves a left tackle? Ali Marpet could be solid. Andrew Whitworth, dog, he's like 94 years old. Richie Incognito is available. Ali Marpet, isn't he like, he's only 27, so he could get into the 90s. So get ourselves a solid O-lineman that could progress maybe 92, 93 by the end of the year if we have a good year. Let's draft him. He fits our scheme, and we're in a power scheme as well. Oh, Aaron Jones probably is in a high overall power scheme. We could change. You know, after we draft our team, we can change our scheme to fit our talent. Now let's go ahead and get another defensive pick here. Or probably get like 15 picks and then let the CPU do the rest. Now let's go ahead and grab ourselves. We grab ourselves a linebacker. We already have a middle linebacker, outside linebacker. Robert Quinn is the like best available. Jamie Collins, Cameron Wake, Anthony Barr could be good. How about strong safety? Kareem Jackson still out there. Adrian Amos. Now he could be a steal here. He's only 27. He could potentially get to 90 by the end of the year. Let's grab ourselves another strong safety and hopefully make up for like the lack of cornerbacks that we're gonna have, and still have a decent secondary without very talented corners. Now I do need to get a defensive lineman because we've yet to get one. Do we just get an anchor? We get a Snacks. What type of outside line? What type of defensive ends do they have? Ryan Kerrigan. Ooh, this is not too good. Everson Griffin is available. I know he's around the 30 mark, so he might not progress. But since we're lacking on the D-line, why not just go best available? So 1 year thing. Oh, he's 32. I don't think he'll regress at all. Let's get him. Let's get him. Sometimes when you're lacking areas, you just gotta go talent. He's the best defensive lineman. Talent like left, I guess. DJ Chark just went. We might need to go ahead and grab ourselves another receiver. We only have one offensive lineman so far. This is so difficult. Defensive tackle. Snacks is still available, man. What do I do here? Brandon Williams, how old is he? He's 31. Man, Linval Joseph, is he 30? He's 31 too. We're gonna have to get ourselves an old, like a 30-ish defensive lineman. Damon Harrison, he's 31 as well. You know what? Let's just add more experience to the interior of that D-line. Damon Harrison, we're probably gonna run a 3-4, so he'd be solid for us. Welcome, Mr. Snacks, to the defensive line. Now let's go ahead and grab ourselves another offensive lineman. Do we just go best available again? David DeCastro, he could progress still, right? He's only 30, he's a superstar. Does Brandon Brooks have an X factor? He's superstar as well. Rodney Hudson, he's superstar. Who's the younger of the three? Well, I think we'll go David DeCastro. He can still progress a little bit, to play right guard for us. Let's welcome David DeCastro to the team. A really good pick according to Madden, so that's at least saying something about my drafting abilities here. This team might not be good 5 years down the road, but right now, Jason Kelsey's still available too? Like, if you're going to have any position on your team, positional unit, be experienced, the offensive line is the one you'd want. He's 32, same age as Rodney Hudson, isn't he? He's 31. But look at that run blocking. If we're going to end up running a power scheme, a run-heavy offense, he has 98 run block? Dog, why not? Like, how is there still a 94 overall available? It said he's 402 talent, but dog, he's 94 rated. Like, what do you even mean? So let's go ahead and try to grab ourselves another wide receiver, depending on what's left. Julian Edelman. We needed somebody that's a little bit younger that can develop. Darius Slayton could be a good one. Be good. Ooh, he's a good deep threat. And it doesn't fit our scheme. We need a route runner. Ooh, you know what? Why not get him? He's a star. He could end up being like an 82, 83. I mean, him and Julio Jones with Russell Wilson throwing to him with Aaron Jones in the backfield. That's a sick team. How did we get that good of an offense, to be completely honest? You know what? Let's see if we can go ahead and grab ourselves a cornerback, see who's available. Levi Wallace, isn't he like, he's not too old, is he? He's only 25. Does anybody have superstar? Brandon Carey's 34. I'm not getting him. Trey Waynes, he is 28. You know what, Levi Wallace? I mean, he's not your prototypical what you want to have, you know, when it comes to your #1 cornerback. But with our safety combo, I think that's a decent pick. We need to go ahead and grab, maybe we might need to go back-to-back cornerback just to have at least decent average corners. I know there's probably higher overall players we can pick right now, and there's some screaming at me. Like, I'm not going to look who's available because I want myself another cornerback. Why don't we go ahead and... What is Juan Williams? How old is he? He's 29. Teron Johnson, he's not too old, is he? He's 24. Dog, he could be 80 by the end of the year. Much better than anybody else available. Let's go Teron Weber. He fits our scheme. He's a slot corner. I'm sure there's probably a few 80s left out there on defense, but you know, we'll grab him. We got some really good skill position players, So why don't we keep racking up on defensive picks? You know what? We'll do 5 more picks. We do need to get ourselves an outside linebacker. We've yet to get one. So outside linebacker on the left side, Clay Matthews, Josh Burns, dog. These guys are about to enter a freaking elder home. Tyus Bowser on the right side, who they have. Mac Wilson. Hassan Reddick, he's speedy though. He could add some speed. He's young too. He could get up there. We need a power rusher. But you know what? Screw it, dude. Like, how much does this game actually affect the overall? You know, we add the speedy linebacker into that older front 7. You know, the elder men, they need some speed. I'm not too mad at that. I'm probably going to have to change the scheme around. I don't even know if it affects, like, the team in the simulation. But, dog, I need this team. I just accidentally simmed. Oh, no, I did not mean to do that. And I'm actually very, very upset. Well, that sucks. So let's see who we drafted. Dog, who did we draft? Who was our last pick here? Ended up being... Who did we get? Dwayne Brown. So there's another old man. At least we get ourselves a old left tackle. Our offensive line, like, they're solid and experienced, but they might die. Like, they might get arthritis throughout the season, and that's not optimal for an offensive line. You want to block your quarterback, running back, and maybe your wide receivers on some jet sweeps. It's not optimal, but you know what? We'll take it. So, what tight ends are available? Did any tight ends get picked? Delaney Walker. Oh, no, that's stinky. God dang. TJ Hawkinson got drafted. Jason Whitney, he's about 74. Hayden Hurst. I mean, he got drafted and he was almost already 30, but he has star development. Could be a good target for Russell Wilson to throw to. Why not draft him instead of the old guys? All right, round 18. Where do we go now? Do we just go ahead and finish off our offensive line? We need a right tackle when the offensive line is done for. We add in a younger guy to mix. Rick Wagner. Did he just get drafted like... Oh, god dang! Rick Wagner's 30? Dog, I thought he got drafted like 3 or 4 years ago. That's crazy. Juwan James, he's 28. So he could potentially still progress a little bit. Juwan James, let's finish off this O-line. It's actually a really, really solid offensive line. So we're done with that. Let's focus on some more defensive picks, like 2 or 3 defensive picks in a row. Actually, I'm probably gonna do like 2 more picks. Let's do two more defensive picks, and we'll grab ourselves 1 more wide receiver. We need a left end here. Who's this gonna be? Ooh, Carl Nassib, Dean Lowry, Emmanuel Ogbah could be good. Clavon Chasen, he's not a scheme fit, but dog, he's a rookie. Why not go for a 21-year-old? How old is this guy's a little bit older. He's 30. Carl Nassib, what are you? He's 27. That's rough. He's a scheme fit. But we're potentially changing our scheme. Like, we got so many different type of, like, style players. But does it matter? Oh, I want Carl Nassib. But also, I want the rookie. He'll hopefully be close to an 80 overall if he has a good season. He's only a 69 power rusher, but we're going to change that to most fit our team. So let's do 1 more defensive pick and get ourselves a 3rd wide receiver who needs to be a slot kind of guy, because Nor Julio or Darius Slayton fits that need. So left outside linebacker, we pretty much got every single position picked. Come on, be somebody that's decent available. Shaquem Griffin, I'm going to get him. I don't care what you say. He's a scheme fit. He's a speed rusher. Him and Hassan Reddick, dog, they're going to be like one of the fastest linebacker cores in the freaking league. Wide receiver, and we're going to let the CPU do the rest. I think we've drafted a pretty solid team. What slot receiver can we add here? John Ross is so fast. He's 96 speed. Do I just draft a potential beast rookie wide receiver? We could either go Van Jefferson, who just had a decent game tonight, as the time I'm drafting this, or KJ Hamler. I kind of want KJ Hamler. I kind of want to do it, but at the same time, like, what's the best actual player left? They're only a few overall higher, but some of these guys could actually be better. I need to be smart about this. This is a 1-year thing. Nikhil Harry, he's a nice mix of young and good. Only 2 overall lower than like probably the next guy I would draft. He's only 22. He could be a beast for us. Let's draft him. And with that, the draft is over with. Hopefully it's not too stinky. We're going to skip ahead. Like, as long as we're like an 84 overall, I'll be okay with it. I think we did a decent job. Yeah, age might not be our strong suit. We might not be the most developing squad, but I think it's a nice mix of talent, age, youth, experience, and just funkiness. Moment of truth. Like, just don't be a stinky overall. An 87 overall? Are you serious? 91 offense, 83 defense, and to put that in perspective, with like regular teams, there's only one team that's that rating, and that's the Chiefs at 87. So we're on par if this was regular teams with the most talented team. Now, will that actually be executed in the season? Who knows, because Madden seems crazy, but I'm proud of what the heck we put together. Offensive line solid. We have Hayden Hurst, and Harris is a decent number 2 tight end. Our backup is Easton Stick, Aaron Jones, Chase Edmonds, solid 2, and Boston Scott. And is that Jonathan Taylor? There's no way that's Jonathan Taylor. Julio Jones, Darius Slayton, N'Keal Harry, Dontrell Inman. That's actually a really good 4 wide receiver core. Linebackers, we have Bobby Wagner, Shaquem Griffin, Hassan Reddick. A beast secondary, I believe, and corners are subpar. We did get Johnson, and he's young too. Good D-line with a little bit of youth mixed in. I think, honestly, if we can get a good scheme to kind of mesh all these guys together, I think we could end up actually having a very, very good season. If we go into my coaching scheme, what scheme fits the best for this team? Let's see, we're 76% scheme fit for West Coast zone run. Who's the best? Vertical zone run is 88%? I think that's what we're going to rock with. 88% vertical zone run. Then defensive scheme, I think we're better off. Oh, 4-6 defense, 88%. I think that is going to be the move. With that said, we begin to simulate to the playoffs. Keep in mind, less than 9 wins. I have to give away a copy of Madden in the comment section below. Or somehow we go 8-8 and make the playoffs, win the Super Bowl somehow. It happened in the rookie video where we did the team of rookies. That was the craziest video I ever did. Like, freaking, I never expected that. Go watch it on the channel. Oh, with that freaking intense freaking music in the background. Don't be a stinky season. We made the playoffs. And dog, normally, when it doesn't say anything right here, when it doesn't say wild card round, I'm pretty sure we had to get a first round bye because we're in the playoffs and we had to win 9 games. We're up to an 88 overall, 92 offense, 84 defense. So even with the squad with the freaking mean age of probably like 28, we still progressed. What was our record? Dog, we went 13-3. Bro, we've had a spectacular freaking season, even with the entire division being good. Dog, we might actually have a good chance to win the Super Bowl. Bro, every team in this division went 9-7 or better. So this had to be like one of the best divisions in the league, dude. 1 win better than the Seahawks, which is funny because we have 2 of their players from like the original team, Russell Wilson and Bobby Wagner. What team after the NFL was restarted had the biggest of stinkers? The worst record was the 49ers at 5-11. So it is kind of funny, you know, to see when everybody kind of has an even playing field when it comes to the original pool of players, the draft restarting the league. Normally you see a team have like 1 or 2 or 3 wins as the worst team, and 5 is a little bit better of a threshold. Now if we do check these statistics, we had the 2nd best offense in the entire league, and we had the 8th best defense in the league. Who won the MVP? Was it Russell? It was Russell Wilson. So with our first pick, we made a good decision drafting the MVP. Lamar Jackson on the Rams in 2nd, Dak on the Seahawks. The Seahawks got a pretty good QB even though they lost Russell Wilson. Jordan Love on the Bills came in 4th, Drew Brees in 5th, Baker in 6th, Carson in 7th on the Browns, Jameis on the Jags. Poor Jags fans. He came in 8th though. Deshaun Watson in 9th and Kyler Murray in 10th. Apparently Patrick Mahomes didn't come in the top 10. Coach of the Year goes to Mr. Bubbles. Let's go, Madden finally got something right. I do want to check out some of the Rookie of the Year awards. Goes to Jordan Love, of course, 2 on the Raiders in 2nd. Joe Burrow, that's funky, came on the Bengals. That's crazy. Justin Herbert on the Dolphins, so he kind of swapped with Tua a little bit. Tua now on the Raiders. Now moving on to the defense Rookie of the Year goes to Patrick Queen and Kenneth Murray. I think those guys are going to come top 2 in real life. Chase Young obviously could be up there as well. Also, I do think Isaiah Simmons is going to be top 10. In the NFC, it goes to Logan Wilson. Apparently, Jadeveon Clowney is now a rookie. J.K. Dobbins on the Falcons, Jerry Jeudy on the Bucks, and Henry Ruggs on the Giants come in the top 3 in the NFC side of things. Now, I do want to check out some statistics really quick. I want to know what happened to Pat Mahomes. Russell Wilson, what a season. 4,400 yards, 43 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 70% completion percentage, and was only sacked 18 times. Now, running the football, Aaron Jones with a good season, 1,000 yards, 4 touchdowns. Now, I do like how kind of the rushing touchdowns are spread across. We had J.J. Taylor, a rookie, had 3 touchdowns for us, but a 2.9 per carry average, which is not good. Dog, he's 5'5", 185. What a young lad. Now, catching the football, Dontrell Inman. Okay, now this is funky. Out of all the receivers we had, bro, we have N'Keal Harry. He got 1 reception the entire year. Did he get hurt or something? So he had 1 reception. Dontrell Inman led us with 12 touchdowns, so that's just funny. Julio Jones didn't even eclipse 1,000 yards. He had 9 touchdowns. Freaking Dontrell Inman, that's just insane. Now, Bobby Wagner, of course, led us in tackles. Now, sacks. Everson Griffin with 14. What a season. Bobby Wagner, Devin McCourty both had 2 interceptions. But right there, dudes, Clavon Chasen, I was kind of skeptical on drafting him. I wanted him, though, so he was a young rookie. He had 9.5 sacks. Now, overall in the NFL here, where did Patrick Mahomes go? Jordan Love, almost 4,900 yards. What are we doing here? Most picks in the year is going to go to Kirk Cousins and Aaron Rodgers. Oh, that's funny. Most touchdowns. Russell Wilson, that's what I'm talking about. Lamar threw 41. What happened to Mahomes? He went to the Colts. I mean, had a subpar season, 34 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Imagine being a Colts fan, having to freaking lose to the Jags with Phillip Rivers as the quarterback when we could restart the NFL and get Pat Mahomes. He had to have been the #1 pick. Now, running the football, CMC, of course, led the league, 1,600 yards on the Vikings, Zeke on the Seahawks. So the Seahawks got both Dak and Zeke. That's funky. Now, most rushing touchdowns goes to Marlon Mack with 14. Nick Chubb and Josh Jacobs had 13 each. Funny, Josh Jacobs also ended up on his original team, the Raiders. And who led the league? Was it Dontrell Inman? No, it was Kenny Galladay. Wow. On his also original Detroit Lions. So he had 200 more yards than any other receiver in the league. Second was Calvin Ridley and Keenan Allen. Most receiving touchdowns goes to Seth Roberts. Why is it just so random? Why is it always just random receivers who lead the league in receiving touchdowns? Is it because the slot receiver position is overpowered in Sim? I think it is. Laviska Shenault, a nice little rookie, having a good season. Now, defensively, did anybody stand out here? Did we have Nick Bosa with 15.5 sacks? Most picks goes to Chidobe Awuzie with 7. Now, really quick, before we do see if we do or do not win the Super Bowl, I do want to see how this team did progress, who boosted up their overall the most. Speaking of Patrick Mahomes, we have to take him on the divisional round. Watch us lose in the first freaking round. I just have a feeling it's going to happen. But really quick, have a few upgrades here. Probably not really going to affect anything. We stayed at 88 overall, 92 offense, 84 defense. Who did the good things for us? Russell Wilson up to a 99 overall. He's a 2+ overall boost because of his morale to a 99. Aaron Jones a 91. Julio up to a 98. N'Keal Harry only up to a 75. Darius Slayton up to an 84. I knew he was going to boost up. How did Dontrell Inman have that good of a year? He's only a 74. Hayden Hurst eclipsed 80, as did Jawan James, but that's also because of morale boost. Gotta keep in mind a lot of these guys did go up because of morale boost. Ali Marpet, though, progressed. I knew he was gonna up to a 91. Now, defensively, did Clavon Chasen only up to a 77. A little disappointing. Thought he was gonna be at least an 80. Did anybody else go up? Shaquem Griffin went up 1. Hassan Reddick went up 1. I think Bobby Wagner stayed the same, but the defense got the job done. I think Adrian Amos did go up 1 as well, as did, I think, Levi Wallace and Johnson both went up 1, I think. But, dudes, moment of truth. If we go 13-3 and easily the best team in the league and lose in round 1, I guess it could be worse. I mean, I guess there's worse things than losing to Patrick Mahomes. But, I mean, we're 13-3, and we're anticlimactic stinker. Well, didn't come in the top 10 of the MVP, but of course he freaking won the Super Bowl.